Welcome to Decode Genetics. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of genetics, the blueprint of life. Ever wondered why you look like your parents, or why certain traits run in families? The answer lies in genetics. So, let's decode it together. Genetics is the study of heredity and variation in living organisms. In simpler terms, it's all about how traits are passed down from one generation to the next, and how living beings can vary from one another. It all began with Gregor Mendel, often called the father of modern genetics. Through his pea plant experiments, Mendel discovered that traits are inherited in predictable patterns, laying the foundation for everything we know today. At the heart of genetics is DNA, the blueprint that carries the instructions for building and maintaining an organism. DNA, or deoxyribonucleic acid, is made up of four building blocks called nucleotides: adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine. These are arranged in a double helix structure. Imagine DNA as a long code, like a software program, but instead of binary ones and zeros, it uses A, T, C, and G. The sequence of these nucleotides determines everything, from the color of your eyes to your risk of certain diseases. But DNA doesn't work alone. It's organized into functional units called genes. Genes are segments of DNA that contain specific instructions for making proteins, which are the building blocks of life. In humans, DNA is packed into 23 pairs of chromosomes, which are found in the nucleus of almost every cell in your body. Each parent contributes one chromosome to each pair, meaning you inherit half of your genetic material from your mother and half from your father. Now, let's talk about how traits are inherited. Genes come in different versions, called alleles. Some alleles are dominant and others are recessive. When you inherit a pair of alleles, the dominant one will usually determine the trait. This explains why some traits, like eye color, follow predictable patterns in families. But inheritance isn't always so straightforward. Mutations or changes in the DNA sequence can lead to variation, and this is what makes every person unique. Genetics doesn't just determine our physical traits, it plays a huge role in our health. Some diseases, like cystic fibrosis or sickle cell anemia, are caused by mutations in a single gene. Others, like heart disease or cancer, involve a complex interaction between multiple genes and environmental factors. Thanks to advances in genetic research, we can now use genetic testing to identify risks for certain diseases, develop targeted treatments, and even understand the role of genes in conditions like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. And that's just the beginning of what genetics can teach us. From understanding our ancestry to advancing medical science, the possibilities are endless. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Decode Genetics. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching.